Hey guys, it's Nina, and today I'm going to be doing the Hamilton book tag. So this tag was created by Maureen Keevy, and I will leave the original video down below. I was not tagged in this, but basically I have recently been obsessed with Hamilton. For those of you who don't know, Hamilton is a brand new Broadway musical, well, not really brand new at this point. It came out in August, and it is a musical about the life of Alexander Hamilton, which sounds really boring and horrible, but it's the best thing you will ever listen to. I will leave a Spotify link down below so you can listen to the recording. I haven't seen it in person, but I am in love with the soundtrack. I want to see it so badly. This show is like the hottest ticket on Broadway right now. It's an amazing soundtrack. It's got a lot of like modern influences like rap, hip-hop, etc. So I strongly recommend you to listen to it. Even if you're not a musical theater person or you don't like history, you will probably still like it, so please give it a chance. I promise you will like it. Go try it right now. Go listen to it and come back, okay? So now that you guys know how amazing Hamilton is, let's jump right into the tag. What is a book world you would put yourself into? For this answer, I ended up going with The Infernal Devices, which takes place in Victorian England, I think. And I think this would be really cool because A, like, Victorian England is like so cool, and all the costumes and the dresses, I would love to go there. But also, like, the Shadowhunter world, I think, would also be tied into that. Like, I could basically be Tessa, like, wear all the nice dresses and also be a kick-ass Shadowhunter. Like, you can't get better than that. Name an underrated female character. For this, I'm going to go with Vin from Mistborn, because Mistborn is such a big thing on BookTube. Like, everyone has read it, or everyone is trying to convince other people to read it, or it's on everyone's TBR, like, you've heard of Mistborn at this point. But Vin as a character never really gets mentioned, especially in tags or anything like that, so I just wanted to give Vin a shout out, because she is pretty kick-ass and great. I just really like her character. Name a character that goes after what they want and doesn't let anything stop them. There's so many characters I could go for with this, but I'm gonna go with Clary frickin' Frey, mainly because I've been watching Shadowhunters, so she's fresh on my mind. Clary is just one of those characters that does whatever she wants and, yeah, doesn't let anyone stand in her way. She just goes for it. And it can be really annoying at some points, but, like, she just doesn't give up. Ever. Also, shoutouts to Tris Breyer and Selena Saradathian, because both of them don't stop for anyone either. What is a character you wish was still alive? The book I'm going to be talking about is Mockingjay, and if you don't want to be spoiled, I will leave an annotation so you can skip forward or something, but really it's Mockingjay, like, who hasn't read or heard of these deaths by now? But that, of course, is going to be Finnick Odair. I am still not over it. I read this book back in, like, middle school. Still not over it. Finnick. I love Finnick so much. I mean, I'm sad about Prim too, but like Finnick, I am way more upset about Finnick. That was a lot of saying Finnick's name, sorry. Burn, the most heartbreaking end to a relationship you've ever read, and this again I'm supposed to warn for spoilers. I'm going to be talking about Throne of Glass, but only the first book and kind of The Assassin's Apprentice. Is that the right name? So again, I will leave an annotation if you want to skip forward, but this isn't that spoilery because it is in the first book and it's kind of Selena's backstory. But this, of course, is going to be Sam and Selena. Oh my god, Sam. Like, if you haven't read The Assassin's Apprentice, please tell me that's the name of this book by now. Please go read it. It is amazing. I wasn't even that attached to Sam, but I was so sad when he died because of the way it happened and Selena's reaction, and then that triggered everything in the entire series to happen. Like, it was just so heartbreaking. You know, for this question, I was actually going to choose a different book series, but I knew by giving away the title, it would ruin the entire series. So instead, I'm just going to give you this little snippet of a hint.
I wish that I could wake up with amnesia. Oh wait, I did.
And that's all I'm going to say about that book series. And if you could guess what it is, props to you, and let me know down in the comments, and I'll tell you if you were right or not. That was also heartbreaking as well. Random side note.
I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da, 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 da.
Sassiest villain. For this, I don't really have a villain in mind, mainly because I don't know many stick-out villains in the first place, but I'm just gonna go generally with any of Rick Riordan's villains in the Percy Jackson series, because let's be real, Rick Riordan is like the king of sass, and all of his characters are sassy, like good guys and bad guys alike. So pretty much if you take any villain, big or small, from the Percy Jackson series, they will most definitely be very sassy. So I'm just gonna go with them as a collective group. And also I just want to throw out another shout out. I am breaking all the rules today. To Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. That's a TV series, but it's also a comic, so it kind of counts. Second shameless plug for the day. If you haven't seen Jessica Jones, I strongly recommend it. Kilgrave is the most sassy villain ever. So I just needed to mention him.
The Reynolds Pamphlet. Have you read this?
A book with a twist that you didn't see coming. And then there were none. Agatha Christie. I've talked about this once or twice on my channel, but I am in love with Agatha Christie. Any books that she writes, you will not figure out the ending, like I pretty much guarantee it. Unless you're some like mystery Sherlockian expert, you're probably not gonna guess the ending to most of her books. And then there were none. It's just one of those books that I read back in like middle school, and it blew my mind, and it has still like resonated with me to this day because it was such a good book and the ending was just, I don't know how to explain this without spoiling anything, but if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. Basically it's a murder mystery, so whoever the murderer is the big plot twist. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is very rambly. Basically Agatha Christie is bae and you need to read And Then There Were None. Was that the third shameless plug in this video? I am so sorry.
How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop.
A series that you marathoned. The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. Sophomore year of high school, I marathoned this series like hardcore. I read the first 2 books in the Infernal Devices, followed by the first 5 books in the Mortal Instruments series, so that was just like a solid month or 2 only reading Cassandra Clare books, and it was amazing. Favorite book with multiple points of view. To be honest, I actually cannot stand multiple points of view in a book. Like, it's something that is done a lot, but not usually done well. And the only book series that I've actually found where I like the multiple points of view is Legend by Marie Lu. Having June and Day narrate those books actually worked really well, and I just liked the way it was done. And that's the only instance of a book series where I felt that the multiple points of view like enhanced it or made it better. I'm just really picky with multiple points of view because I get really confused and I always prefer someone's point of view to the others, but that was the only one where they had distinct points of view and I very much liked hearing from both of them, and it was balanced well and it was just really well done.
Let me tell you what I wish I know. When I was young and dreamed of glory, you have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
A book or series that you feel will be remembered for all time. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. A lot of people are gonna say Harry Potter for this, but I think Hunger Games is like a close second where I think it'll be remembered for a very long time. I just feel like this is one of those books that's gonna be a classic one day because of all the themes and the messages, and I don't know, I hope it's gonna be a required reading in schools one day. That would be like a dream come true. A relationship that you were pulling for from the very start. Cress and Thorn. Need I say more? If you've read that series, you know what I'm talking about, and I ship them from like the very start. I love them so much. Favorite fight scene. So this question is not fair at all because I read so many action books with so many fight sequences and I just don't have one that stands out to me, but I love fight sequences so much. They're one of my favorite things to read because I get to envision people being badass and I just love it. Like, just off the top of my head, Selena from The Throne of Glass, like all of those fight sequences from all of the Throne of Glass books are all amazing. Selena's just so talented and the way she moves is so graceful and I just love envisioning her fight sequences. And then Mistborn also has some really good ones because I love the way the magic system works and the pushing and the pulling. It just is really cool to envision how that works. Like, again, you kind of have to read that series to know what I'm talking about, but the way that whole fighting choreography works, like, it's just so fun to envision in my head. So that is the end for this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I will leave all the original questions and the bonus questions down below, along with Maureen Keevy's original video. For tagging wise, I'm going to tag Hannah from JHT Books, and that is it because she's the only other person I know who has actually listened to Hamilton. But if you guys have listened to Hamilton, or if you go listen to it and love it and come back and do this tag, then I tag you. Obviously, everyone is tagged. Let's be honest, no one takes tagging that seriously. So if you want to do this tag, I definitely encourage you to do it, but not as much as I encourage you to listen to Hamilton because it is amazing. Please listen to it. Just do it. But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you can give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know down below your thoughts on stuff. I don't know. That was more like train of thought than anything else. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys with another video soon. Bye!